Leonard makes his move. Oh! That's a man's jam! Denny Green, bullseye. Drives in. D9, the block him for Siakam. Oh, Leonard! Kawhi going up high.
Toronto with an emphatic statement in Game 5.
We're excited to go back to Philadelphia and find a way to win.
We want to go home. I think everybody better bring it. Here we go.
I don't care if it offends anybody. I know I'm going to dominate.
This gonna be my year, my year, my year.
Some final countdown time. Chauncey, you remember what Paul said about Kawhi Leonard at the beginning of the season? Do you think he's changed
I said he's starting to look like Jordan out here.
You just
said that.
What about the beginning of the season, Chauncey?
Well, he was a little reluctant to say that Kawhi had all that offensive game that he's been showing in the playoffs and all season long. But you know what? I'll give Paul some credit. He bowed down. He said, you know what, my bad.
My bad.
My bad.
Philly might be in trouble.
In a season of my bad.
My bad.
Jalen, what's the deal with Ben Simmons?
The thing about Ben Simmons, for him to be effective, it has to be an open floor. Steals, blocks, deflections, run-outs, long rebounds.
That's what Jared Dudley said.
He has to get out in the open floor to make his plays. In the half court, he'll be on the dunk spot on the baseline.
I've been preaching all year long and all playoffs long that this is the guy. This is the X factor for them. He's an all-star. He's an X factor. When he is aggressive and he's looking to score, and he does score efficiently, they're a better team. But when he's looking to pass and get other guys involved and not looking to put the ball in the hole, it takes away from their team. He has to be a guy. Huh?
Is he past that weird playoff thing?
I hope he's past that weird playoff
out of
thing.
his system?
Because when he's aggressive, it just shows that they're a better team. And they won the last 2 games because of it.
Who has the standout game?
Tonight, we already know Kawhi is going to be Kawhi.
That's fine.
But
I've been waiting on Tobias
they need Embiid
Harris.
to step up.
It got to be Embiid.
Embiid
He's
is going to step
4
up
to 5
tonight.
games.
Game 6 coming up next.
Who you got winning?
Philly.
I got Philly tonight.
I got Toronto.
Philly.
Well, guys, a dark cloud hovers over Wells Fargo Center, and it has nothing to do with the weather, but rather the mood, which is still foul after the Sixers suffered their worst playoff loss in 37 years just 48 hours ago in Toronto. Welcome to NBA Courtside in Philadelphia, where the Sixers face possible elimination, trailing the Raptors 3-2, a spot in the Eastern Conference Finals against Milwaukee at stake. The Bucks getting there for the first time since 2001 when they lost to Philadelphia in 7 games. And hi, everybody. Alongside Doris Burke, I'm Dave Pasch. Tom Rinaldi will join us in a minute. Doris, we're going to learn a ton about the Sixers tonight, and not just for this season, but beyond, when you consider that 3 of their 5 starters are free agents, and the 2 young All-Stars have not played well in this series.
I think it's a character test and a growth opportunity for their 2 bright foundational stars, Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Ben Simmons has a Rookie of the Year and his first All-Star appearance this year, but he has been negated because they've taken away his transition opportunities. When Joel Embiid is right, he is one of the most devastating low-post forces in the game on both the offensive and defensive end. Tom Rinaldi is going to document all the challenges in his path, but will these 2 young men show up?
Obviously, the health of Embiid, that's been something we've talked about every single game. With more on that, let's check in with Tom.
Well, they're good to go. Those are the words Brett Brown used to characterize Joel Embiid's health heading into Game 6. Notable, given all the attention paid to his readiness and availability throughout this postseason. In 10 playoff games in 2019 for the Sixers, Embiid has been listed on the injury report 8 times, dealing with everything from knee tendonitis to a virus which has dogged him, an upper respiratory infection which has limited him in this series. He's twice as good as he was 2 days ago. Those are the words of Brett Brown. David Norris was certainly going to need Embiid to be fully effective to extend this series past tonight for Philadelphia's sake.
And on the other side, Tom, you look at Kawhi Leonard. He's been the best player in this series. Doris averaging 35 points per game against Philadelphia. And all the attention that he drew in Game 5 opened the door for some of his teammates, and they stepped up.
It's been an absolutely majestic individual run, but you're right. And we'll document what happened in Game 5 that's important. But let's look at some Kawhi highlights, because this guy has been absolutely dynamic. So what do you look at? You look at, okay, are you going to double team? Are you going to switch? If you're indecisive, as Philly is here, watch Kawhi. Just say, okay, you don't want to guard me well. I'm going to go right to the cup. 4 blue jerseys, no problem. I'm going to dunk it on your head. Now he understands you've made me play in a crowd. So I've now got to find my guys. Pascal Siakam, goes to the corner, spaces beautifully. Now you're watching Joel Embiid. Marc Gasol's the trail 3-man. He's not close enough. Boom, he makes a 3. The problem now, if you're Philadelphia, Kawhi only goes for 21 and 13, even though he was averaging 31, but everybody else has now started to make shots and raise their game, and when Kyle Lowry's aggressive, you heard the guys in the studio, they're a different team when he's aggressive.
Doris Lowry with 19 points in Game 5. The Philly native is back, returning home, looking to place Toronto in the conference finals for the second time in 4 years. They go for the closeout here in Philly next.
That's a man's jam! Kawhi Leonard! denied the block for Siakam. The Toronto Raptors are locked in.
A little bit of soul searching going to be going on for this Philly team.
It is what you said, win or go home.
I believe you're going to see a great effort.
I think everybody better bring it. Here we go.
Hey, welcome back to LA. Friendly confines of Studio H. Chauncey, Jalen, Paul, Rajan's here. My name is Michelle. Guys, Game 6, Raptors Sixers. I need the key player in this elimination game. I'll start with Paul.
Easy, Kyle Lowry.
Easy.
Easy. You got to give me at least 15, 16 tonight for them to win on the road.
Okay. Chauncey?
I'm going to go Jimmy Butler, and because I've seen him dominate a game in this series and get a win, so I just always believe that guards and wings can propel you better than big men, so I'm going Jimmy.
Mr. Rose.
I'm going with Joel Embiid.
Oh, that's fair.
The last time I checked, he was second team All-NBA on my ballot. He's been invisible in 4 to 5 games this series and hasn't scored 16 points in either of those 4 games.
That's great. That's insane.
Okay, he got to get going the way he did the night they won. And he scored 9 baskets.
You got to see the airplane
celebrated
today.
On 5 of them.
Got to see the airplane today.
All of the celebrations.
All of them.
All of
the Hulk Hogan.
Everything.
The shimmy. All of that.
Mr. Rondo?
I'm going to go with J.J. Redick.
Okay.
He was missing last game. He's been missing all series to me. He used to be the best first player scorer in that game, and he's been coming up short. I don't know if the bigs have to set better picks to get him open. Simmons being who he is, he has to find his shooter and get him open.
That's a lot of people on the Philadelphia team that have been missing. I mean, I assume that's why we're here at elimination
We didn't even
game.
Tobias.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy that we're this far along and that many people missing. How does that even happen?
Well, you got to give credit for one to Toronto and their defense. I mean, Kawhi, even Kyle, he straps up. Danny Green, Siakam. I mean, Marc Gasol, they have a very good defensive unit. So you have to start there.
Chemistry.
Say that's the reason.
To me, I think chemistry.
Good point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, willing to sacrifice. Do whatever you need for the other players to succeed. And I don't think everyone's happy when the other guys are having success.
Well, it's going to be loud in there. Of that, I am sure, and it's going to be interesting.
Philly going to win tonight.
See, Don, I'll give y'all some credit tonight.
They're not losing in front of those fans at home.
The Philadelphia 76ers holding out hope for their first conference finals in 18 years, but trail the Toronto Raptors 3 games to 2 with Game 6 in Philly next.
You know, that's just the ultimate goal, getting the finals.
Let's go. Hey, finish the game. All right, here we go, guys.
I'm on the mission. I'm on the mission. I'm on the mission. I'm on the mission.
Gotta get moving. Get your legs going. Get your juices flowing. Say hi. Never mind. Go down. I got high. See right. Kawhi Leonard put Joel Embiid on another poster.
Keep attacking, doing great. We must get back.
Welcome back, baby.
I'm on the mission. And when I talk, they listen. I got that vision.
He sucks. I know I gotta do a better job when I'm needed to score. I gotta show up.
Toronto with an emphatic statement in Game 5.
Offense wasn't there. Defense wasn't there. Really terrible tonight.
I know choice. It is what you said, win or go home.